Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, the 8th of June 2026. So different type of video for today. We're not going to go through my watch list and see what is next. We're going to look at the stock INHD. Going to do some live analysis on it from scratch and just show you how I chart generally, so you can maybe make some notes and then write it down so you know how to follow the steps and get profitable trades like me. We're just going to be looking at this and seeing what is next in the stock INHD. Obviously up a ridiculous amount, basically 10x. One of our day traders, Phoenix, alerted this one. So I just did a little announcement here. So she entered here around 2.1 and then she never sold. Only the stop loss was given. Average is 2.23 and then up over 800% for the remaining point. Obviously, as a full-time trader myself, I would never hold a position like that. It was a rare circumstance for her, but she believed in it. And yeah, it's the best trade she's had, the best trade I've ever seen. To be honest, day trade. So congrats to her, and you can find more like that through Atlanta Trading Discord. So you can find that link in the video description and Twitter bio. But first, we'll have a look at these. We'll look at this one, INHD. So let's get straight into it. So going straight to daily time frame to find some resistance. We had a 20 resistance just here, which we've managed to break. So just marking 20. Usually I like gaps 20-30% between each support and resistance, but it's going to look like a complete zebra crossing if I do that. Too many lines, so I'm going to avoid that for now. There's resistance around 13, 15, 17 as well. I'm just going to ignore that for now. I'm going to mark the next one in 30. And do that. I probably will mark 13 just as a little faint resistance like that. So these are my main levels right now. 25 as well. So again, just doing support and resistance, which we've got a seminar on in Atlanta Trading. So made by me. So 25 there, and then the high on this 40. So we will go to the weekly time frame in a second. So it looks like the high of the whole stock is $40, but that's not correct because there is a gap. So $40 is the main target on this one. So these are our resistance levels now. So let's go to the 1 hour and see what is going on. So obviously just bullishly breaking through every resistance. We've got a halt over 20 here. Doesn't really tell us too much. So looking at the 4 hour, it does look good. Alright, the main source here is the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, we've got the 60 EMA here at 16. So a daily close over 16 should see us continue up even further towards 30 on this one. So again, you want to focus on breaking moving averages. So we go on the daily time frame. We've broken through this 60 EMA here. That you can see the thick gold line. If we close above that, I think we'll hit 30. Just basically as an engulfment of the 60 EMA and death cross. And we should continue towards 30. So that's around, what, 50% extra, which is, good enough. You'll never be upset about a 50% move. If you are, take a cold shower and reevaluate your thoughts, because how often do you get 50%? Not often in one trade, so 50% is fine. But obviously this one, we want to see how far it can go to limit. Obviously it's an interesting and unique stock, similar to NUKK. Big winner, I think it was last year, was it? Or 2024, one of the years. One of them I took. NUKK, similar sort of vibe, which ran up a dramatic amount. All the Chinese stocks as well in 2022, 2021, post-COVID sort of thing as well. Similar sort of vibe here with INHD. This is all technical analysis. So we've built upon the 60 EMA and death cross retest. So that's bullish, eradicating the death cross. I'm going to the weekly time frame here. And I think the weekly will tell us some more because there's lots more price data on the weekly time frame in terms of moving averages and what there is. So one of the drawbacks about Webull is that sometimes it can take a while to scroll in. So just bear with me 1 second. So yeah, I mean, this weekly candle, obviously it's Monday, so we've got 4 days to go. But ultimately no resistance until around 33. So I think 30, 33 might be a major take profit area on this. And with the 60 EMA engulfment on the daily time frame, the next resistance being 30. Obviously, but we've also got the Bollinger Band top here, this navy line here on the weekly, and 95% of price action takes place in this navy line here. Let's call it 33 at the top, and this navy line here at the bottom, which is actually -7. Obviously, it won't go to minus levels, but generally 95% of price action takes place between these Bollinger Bands here. So obviously -7, which is never going to come down to, which is basically impossible. and 33. So obviously it's a massive range, and that's why 95% of price action takes place in that range, because the chance of it escaping that range is just so slim. You know, so they're the rules, and you know, strengthened even more by the fact it's -7 at the bottom here. So I think a limit here is around 30, 33. To be honest, in this stock. However, if we do get beyond 33, forget 40, you're talking 50 as a major price target on this one. So there's going to be a major resistance, guys, at 30 based off the one-day support, and mainly this Bollinger Band top here. Again, 95% of price action takes place in the Bollinger Bands, and this one's even gone down to as low as -7. I'm actually not even gonna. I'm not even lying here. Like I've never seen -7 as a Bollinger Band bottom before. It's just you don't see that because obviously it's never going to go lower than 0. So it's even saying to us, this is how wide the gap is. We're giving you the comfort and leverage of going to -7 for the Bollinger Band center up to 33, where 95% of price action obviously is going to take place in here. So stretched out that wide, that it's potentially facilitating and providing a move towards 33 on this on INHD, which can be a potential peak. And if we do get a daily candle close or 4-hour candle close over 30, which forget that. If we get beyond 34, we're coming for 50, I think, on this one, just because obviously 33 being the resistance here with 95% price action takes place in the weekly Bollinger Bands. If we get beyond there and hit 34 the next dollar, we've broken past it and we should be hitting 50 on this one, in my opinion. Obviously, you want to scale profits appropriately across. And we'll go to the monthly time frame and see what else there is, because everything, even the daily tells us something with the 60 EMA. So your moving averages will tell you a lot about where the limit of the chart is. And if we go to 4-hour, 1-hour, lower and lower, then it's just going to tell us nothing, because it's going to be above them all and there's going to be no resistances. So the monthly time frame, I mean, you can't really read too much into it. It's the 8th of June, so it's a morning star. I mean, this could give it all away for now. You never know what's going to happen in the next 25 days or 22 days. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't read too much into the monthly. It's mainly the weekly with the Bollinger Band top. So 33 on the weekly is a major resistance, guys. Where I'd expect to take profit if you're still in this and haven't sold profits already. So I do recommend selling some already if you're in this, because you're probably going to be up. And yeah, I mean, a weekly close over 14 would be good, because the Bollinger Band center is here and 65% of price action takes place. Sorry, we're 65% more likely to remain above the orange line when we're above it with the Bollinger Band center. So currently 65% more likely to remain above this orange line here. So we should hold this as support. And like I said, 95% of price action takes place in this navy line here at the top and this navy line here at the bottom. So we're going to also look at the other indicators, RSI and MFI, so money flow index, money flowing into the stock, basically an oscillator of 0 to 100. When it hits 100, it's at a peak, no more money can hypothetically come in. And obviously at 0, no less money can be taken out of the stock. So we don't really need to zoom in too much in this, but just for the purpose of this video, I'll zoom in again. So again, this is one of the drawbacks of Webull, which I use. It's more accurate than TradingView in my opinion. Price is more accurate. I use Webull to trade as a broker, so I'm using an actual broker to trade. I would like their charts as well to represent the most quick and up-to-date price action. So we're at 93 here, money flow index, which is hot, but we have had a higher read before, it looks like. So we've hit 99 before, around the 5th of September. So the date, I'm in the UK, so the dates are backwards for me. So the 5th of September 2025 here, the money flow index just here reads 99.04. So you know, as a peak there, and we're only at currently 93.18. So there's more room here. So just gonna go to where this was. What was it? It was here, wasn't it? So I'll just put a vertical line and see where price was and what happened. So these are the sort of things I look for, guys. So if you're making notes throughout, you know, you should be making notes that I'm looking at, you know, what were the previous behaviors of the stock. I'm looking at the moving averages, the 60 EMA, 200 EMA, 200 MA, Bollinger Bands, Bollinger Band center, and also looking at previous behaviors of when it pumped beforehand. So this monthly candle here, it was this big one here. So I'm going to now measure the size of this monthly candle here. I'm presuming it was a weekly, and we're just looking at the monthly. So that was plus 140%, well, only 115,000 volume. So the volume, obviously, on this one's going to be larger, what we are right now. So 114%, sorry, 114,000 volume. So we're on 268 million here. And obviously the candle's going to be larger, I'm guessing. Has to be. Yeah, so 1,700%. So this stock obviously has a history of running when the volume starts to come in, which is at a record for this one. It's going to only compound and increase. I'm just going to have a quick look at the RSI as well. So again, I'm thinking 33 is going to be around a peak. That's impossible. Right, so let's forget. That's the weekly, sorry. Wow. So the RSI is at 91. So there's more room on this. There is the peak is not 20.97 based off the Bollinger Bands in the weekly, based off the money flow index in the weekly that we're looking at, and also the high of the RSI. So this peaked at recently, well, that similar date, 25th of August into like the 9th of September, whenever it was. 94 in the RSI. We're currently at 91, so there's a little bit more room. I think we've gone higher previously. We may have to go back about 2-3 years to get there. So the RSI is not even hit a peak yet. So we go up to 94 and probably go beyond 94 as well because the volume in this is more. So the stock is relatively stronger on the index as well as money flowing into the stock on the MFI. So it can go beyond those initial highs, which means it's not peaked yet. So as soon as we hit 94 on the RSI or 99 on the money flow index in the weekly or monthly, that's when we've hit a peak, guys. Obviously, that's one way to trade it. Another way to trade it is also by looking at the Bollinger Bands in the weekly, which we looked at, and understanding a peak could be at 33. We could sell some shares around there, and then at 50 being a major target for this one. So with this one, like I said, limit on this one, 33 potentially as a major first stumble. This one just keeps on going up. And then 50 as a major price target, I'm sure. Massive psychological number. And yeah, be careful of this though, there will be major pullbacks. So day trader wouldn't recommend it unless you're taking a day trader's alert. But if you just want to have like an investment, obviously put no more in than you can afford to lose. Stop loss, I wouldn't even apply a stop loss to this. I would just treat it as an investment. So I'd put in like, let's say just £300, let's say $300, let's say for an example, and then you're happy with losing up to 50 to 60% on that. So stop losses don't apply. It's more of an investment on this. So obviously a 50 to 60% sort of loss is something I'd look to cut it on. And with that, I'll trade with really small amounts. That's why I'm using $300, like a small amount, as an example. And if you lose 60% on that, you're losing around what? $180. So think of it in that way. And obviously, the increase on this, we've got 33 as a target. So risk to reward might not be great now. But if you want to treat it as an investment, the major target could be 50. So I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but maybe I can't believe I'm saying this in the video. But if maybe 50-60% stop loss and 120% first target, like that 1 to 2 risk to reward, sounds absolutely ridiculous. Because as a day trader myself, I use an 8% stop loss on first target. And of my day trades, saying a 50% stop loss, 100% first target is it sounds like I'm on an illegal substance or something, or drank too much. It sounds ridiculous. It's just unspoken, unheard of. But that's why I said I treat it more as an investment in contrast to a day trade, and trade with a small quantity of money, which facilitates the idea that there's more room for a wider stop loss of such a significant amount on this on INHD. So it looks good, guys. So again, 33 being a major stumbling block if you're already in this. So what you can maybe wait for that and see what happens. So what you want, a key tip, so let's say you enter here at 21, we have a resistance here at 33, around 50% from where we are right now. Always keep an even risk reward at minimum. So you could enter here, try and sell at 33, and then if it went beneath like 10.5, you cut it, sort of thing. So again, 50% is ridiculous, as explained. So that's why I only enter this with small quantity of money, unless it's a day trading alert where you allocated amount of your portfolio on a regular basis, facilitated by an alert. If that were to occur, obviously, following one of our alerts, you can expect to go along with that. But like I said, guys, just treat this as an investment. So again, 33 and 50 are major targets. It definitely should hit 33. 20.97, definitely not the peak on this. But in an adverse sense, to be honest, if we were to lose $10 in this, it would be done, which is and it's around 50-60% drop from now. So as I said, the 50-60% stop loss is also easy to understand on a technical basis. If you lose $10, then on a visual basis, sorry, if you lose $10, it's done. So I mean, just keep that with you. If you lose $10, it's done. It should hit 33, and beyond 33, we hit 50. So maybe you can write down like a little trade. So right now, I'd be going over my notes, scrambling some notes, like how much we need to put in. If it only went up this much and it went down this much, how much would I lose? How much would I make? How much do I need to put into, understand that I'm coming out with that much money, etc. So that's what trading is, just jotting down ideas and journaling. So again, a bit of a different video for today. Bit of analysis on INHD, absolutely insane. Again, one of our traders listed it at $2. As you can see, again, trade of the year by Phoenix, our day trader. She's very good, better than me. And yeah, congrats to her and congrats to everyone that took it in the Discord, Atlanta Trading. So hopefully this video helps you guys. Again, beneath 10 we're done. Don't go and enter at 30, knowing there's resistance at 30 and 33. Write these numbers down as well: 10, 30, and 20, 25, 30. Potential resistances also 17 as well, just above the 60 EMA. So you want to enter once we've gone beyond those. You don't want to enter just when we're beneath them, prices beneath them. As price may be rejecting and coming down. So if you just built upon them, you can enter. If you just lost them, avoid. So write that down as well. And if you'd like more like this, check us out. Link in the video description and the Twitter bio. You can follow me on Twitter, Jacob Eckwood Trades. You can check out Atlanta Trading or Discord and the website as well on Google, just a simple Google search. So thanks for watching, guys, and catch you all later.